Barrel rolled is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Friday the 23rd of the 4th, 2021. The time is 0500 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, yesterday, Thursday the 22nd, we had a negative opposed driver in the pound at minus 256. Front and back door flows mainly going into the yen at plus 158, into the dollar at plus 109, and the euro was the negative rock at minus 11. Activity plus or minus 267. Intra-week then, this is the most relevant because we're Friday. From Monday the 19th open to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a positive opposed driver in the yen, plus 217. Front and back door flows mainly coming out of the dollar minus 160, out of the pound at minus 71, and the euro was the positive rock at plus 14. Activity plus or minus 231. So over the week then we've had yen strength driving and dollar weakness predominantly. Intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive opposed driver in the pound at plus 51. Front and back door flows mainly coming out of the dollar at minus 29, out of the yen at minus 27, and the euro is the positive rock at plus 5. Activity plus or minus 56. Right, what's been knocking it about, or it's going to knock it about? Well, today then we've got German PMIs, Euro PMIs, GBP service PMIs, and the ECB Lagarde speech, and US PMIs, which are tier 2. So basically we've got a lot of inflation data coming out, the PMI data, right? So let's look what's been going on in the flows and the asset classes. Our trades are still around the minus 700 point mark, fairly stable at the moment, but nevertheless not really doing it due to a resurgent dollar and a fall off in the pound predominantly. Anyway, here we go. Euro's weak, except against the dollar, the yen and the Swiss franc. The yen is weak, except against the dollar and the New Zealand dollar. The pound is strong, except against the CAD and the AUD. The Swiss franc is weak, except against the dollar. The CAD is strong across the board. The AUD is strong, except against the CAD, which is stronger. The NZD is weak, except against the euro, the dollar, and the Swiss. And the dollar itself is weak across the board. So what have we got? We've got dollar weakness coming back again, and we've got CAD strength, and take your pick in the middle. Right, so let's have a look at the asset classes then. Let's just get rid of this. Right, US dollar index. Basically it broke, it's come back, it's about 0.5 half marks from the model floor or high. Gold, so gold had this double top here, sold off, and it's now basically around this sort of support area. So gold hasn't really budged despite the weaker dollar. Oil came off and it's now basically sort of looks like that. It's 0.4 from the high. Oil hasn't moved either really. Wall Street broke and has come off a little bit. S&P had this double top which it broke, and it's looking very similar to Wall Street. The tech took some time to break its high, and then it stayed below that resistance. US 10-year and the bond got this. The US 10-year is about 0.45 from the floor. Remember, this is the price. So the price has come back up, so yields have come back off, and the bond is about 0.33 from the floor. So relatively speaking, European yields are stronger than US yields, but the gap has closed slightly. So and that obviously has a bearing on the euro dollar. Right, copper had these 5 pumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It went back to the second pump, went back to base camp. It's now operating at about 4.7 on the pump. So copper's come pretty much back, but it hasn't quite got to the previous high yet. US steel looks like this. Basically, it sold off at the double top. It broke, and it's now operating at about 0.45 from the high. So it's come back a bit, but it's still pretty soft actually, US steel. Right, just get rid of that and do the final analysis. As I say, we've had to do a fair bit of forwards and backing over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and this has been because the market has just been oscillating and generally not being very favourable to our trades, but we're short USD dollar against the euro, the pound and the AUD, and we're short NZD against the euro, pound, the CAD and the AUD. Again, the macro picture is still sound. In fact, it's improved towards these trades, but they're still sticky. So it's just a case of waiting for the market to catch up. We've got AUD showing a bit of strength today, and the CAD. So let's see what happens. You know our positions. So hopefully that was useful. Tomorrow we've got the weekly review for the flows and the data cycle, which is our version of the economic calendar. Hopefully you can catch that. If not, see you Monday for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.